All right, so welcome everyone. Welcome to Environmental Economics, SIK 101 once again. So the topic now that we'll be discussing is quite an emerging one, but a little familiar to most of us, which is termed as blue economy. Blue economy. So from this word, blue economy, or more precisely from the word blue, you can understand that we are talking about some sort of economic activities related to water, right? From the word blue. Yes, you are right. But whenever we say blue economy, basically we are talking about the economic activities related to ocean. It's water, but more precisely it's ocean. So there are two definitions given in here about blue economy. The World Bank says that blue economy is the sustainable use of ocean resources for economic growth, improved livelihoods, and jobs while preserving the health of ocean ecosystem. So there are two parts of this definition. At one point it says that blue economy focuses on the economic growth and improved livelihoods of us people, at the same time protecting the ocean and oceanic ecosystem. That's the second part, and that's what World Bank says about blue economy. According to the European Commission EC, all economic activities related to ocean, seas and coasts are termed as blue economy. But it covers a wide range of interlinked and established emerging sector. So from these two definitions, we can simplify one thing, that blue economy is a type of economy or economic activities which focuses on economic growth, but at the same time it ensures oceanic safety, more precisely the safety of oceanic environment or ecosystem. So there is a question that you might ask, that as we are talking about the economic activities related to ocean, so why don't we term this simply as ocean economy? Because there is also another term which is known as ocean economy. So why are we separately focusing on blue economy? That's the question. You're right, but ocean economy and blue economy are different. When we say ocean economy, yes, it is also all kind of economic activities relating ocean, seas, coasts actually, but oceanic economy focuses only on economic growth, development, strictly on economic growth. There is no environment focused in this part. But if you say blue economy, it says that yes, we will be developing, but at the same time, we will also be protecting the ocean or oceanic ecosystem. Clear? I'm sure that you can recall that when we said about green economy is one kind of economy which ensures economic development as well as the protection of the environment. So similarly, blue economy is the same thing and also a part of, we can say, green economy. So what are the prospects or scopes of blue economy and what are the examples of blue economic activities? You can see an image in here. Maybe it's a little unclear to you as texts are quite small, but whenever we will be downloading the slide, then it will be clear to you. Okay, so let's talk about the harnessing renewable energy. You have heard of solar energy, you have heard of tidal energy, you have heard of wave energy. What are these? These are examples of renewable energy. We know that solar energy and the wind energy, these are not ocean related energy, but we can still use solar panel or windmill over the ocean, right? You have seen this. So we can do this kind of activities, and that's an example of blue economy. Why? Because it ensures development, electricity will be produced, society will be developed, but at the same time it ensures environmental protection. Why? Because these are very low carbon yielding, low carbon emitting energy resources. So that is one point. Another point is smart shipping and lessen the impacts on the environment. That is also another example of blue economy. Have you ever been to any port like Chittagong port or any Mongla port? You see a lot of ships. Over that ships, you see this kind of things, right? Cargo. Sometimes you will see in many news that maybe oils from the ship are leaked and they mix up with the ocean water. If that happens, then what will happen? Actually, what will be the ultimate impact? Aquatic life will be, will be facing adverse impact. Why? Because if there is oil, the oil on the ocean water, then we will have shortage of oxygen. Also, you will also see that sometimes they have a lot of harmful chemicals carrying on the cargo, and if there is any accident, then all the cargoes are broken on all the harmful chemicals, they mix up with the water. So we should practice more and more smart shipping. If you look into the today's cargo ships, they are very much well equipped. They have very good safety measures. They also emit very less emissions, and oceanic environment is protected. So this kind of smart shipping should also be practiced, and that is also an example of blue economic activity. We can also say that there is sustainable fisheries activities. Fishing is a huge activities in the ocean. All around the world, you will be seeing that there are fishing activities are going on. But sometimes it becomes harmful because sometimes it becomes so robust that even the small species or the newborn species are captured. So that is not a good practice. You have heard of hilsa fish, and in Bangladesh, whenever the hilsa fish are small, particularly known as jatka, then it is restricted or it is prohibited actually to capture those fishes. Why? Because if we catch jatka now, at that time in future, we can have hilsa. So we should also practice this kind of things, which is known as sustainable fisheries. That is also another example. Also, we can say create jobs, reduce poverty, and ends hunger. If we, for example, that install renewable energies on the ocean, it will certainly create new jobs. If we introduce ecotourism, or more precisely, yes, ecotourism facilities at oceanic environment, at that time it will also create new jobs. Have you heard of Maldives? You know that if you look into the internet, you will see that there are a lot of nice resorts, villas over the water. But all of these facilities are made in that way that they are very much environment friendly. So these things are creating new jobs, at the same time protecting the environment. So that is also another example. Also, tackling the marine litters and ocean pollution, taking action against illegal fishing, conserves marine life and ocean, protect the coastal communities from the impacts of climate change. These are also examples of blue economy. If you look into the people who live in the coastal area, they are often very much vulnerable to some calamities related to the ocean. So if we protect them, if we run our economic activities in that way, that they can be safe from climate change, at that time they will be safer, right? So this is also we can term as examples of blue economy. So we can see that besides conventional oceanic economic activities like fisheries, tourism, marine transport, blue economy introduces new fields such as renewable energy, aquaculture, seabed extractive activities, marine biotechnology, bioprospecting, etc. If you look into the aquaculture, there are a lot of new marine plants, aquatic plants. The cultivation of these things are known as aquaculture, and we can also see that blue economy promotes that. So besides conventional, or that we are known that fisheries, tourism, new fields are being opened because of blue economy. Besides having a lot of scopes, blue economy is facing huge challenges. The first one is, if you look into the current economic trends all around the world, our present world, we have economic activities, right? So if you think closely, if you analyze closely, do you think that the economic trends or activities, they are friendly with the environment? Why do you think so? Wastes, also carbon. So the current economic trend is a challenge. That's the first point. Because we are habituated in that kind of economy that where economic growth is ensured, but often environment is not protected. So that's the first one. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, and also we are not interested often because we are focusing only on economic growth, money, money, and money. That's the point that we will be also discussing. That you can see the lack of investment in human capital for environment and development. That's the point that we have said. That to promote these things, we need to train more and more people. We need to educate more and more people. How many of us know about blue economy? Not all the people, right? So that's another challenge. And the last one is that inadequate care for marine resources and ecosystem services of the oceans. We don't see that what is going on in the middle of the ocean. If a ship is going on, maybe the passengers or the voyagers, they might throw something and there is hardly anyone to monitor. And some of us will think that, okay, this thing ultimately will go to the water and nobody will see, mix up with the water. But no, one packet that you throw to the ocean water, this will also have impact. So we don't have much care. If you look into the Saint Martin, have you ever been to Saint Martin Island? Any one of you? Saint Martin Island. Do you know that why is Saint Martin very much famous? Because of? Yeah? Coral Island. I'm sure that you have watched a lot of YouTube videos about scuba diving, snorkeling, that people are swimming under the ocean water and enjoying. Once upon a time, we had this kind of thing in Saint Martin, but we don't have it right now just because of inadequate care. Though things are changing right now, government has taken new initiatives, but there has been much damage done to the Saint Martin. So this is another challenge that blue economy is facing, and these challenges has been specified by World Bank. Okay, and ultimately that what we are going to discuss, that blue economy in Bangladesh. In 2012 against Myanmar and in 2014 against India, Bangladesh won a case regarding maritime boundary dispute. Do you recall, or are you aware of that? What was it actually? Yes. How did we get that? Winning a case in an international court. That's how the dispute was about the boundary at the ocean. That this boundary belongs to whom at that, and ultimately Bangladesh won the case. And a lot of people say, and it is true, that after winning the case, we have got another Bangladesh at the ocean. So we have got more and more area. So you can understand that blue economy is a very much prospective in terms of Bangladesh. If you look into the current maritime claims of Bangladesh, you can see that this is the land of Bangladesh, and here we have territorial sea, contiguous zone, exclusive economic zone, and also continental shelf. So you can see that this territorial sea is around 12 nautical miles, which is actually quite 22.2 kilometers. So quite, yeah. The contiguous zone is 18 nautical mile, which is 33.3 kilometer, and this exclusive economic zone is about 200 nautical miles, which is almost 370 kilometer. So if you just sum up these things, you will see that we have got almost more than around 450 kilometers. So if you think of the distance from one part like Panchagod to another part, to Chittagong or something like that, maybe around 400-500 kilometers. So from that point you can guess that we have got another Bangladesh in the ocean. So what does it mean? We have more area. If we have more area, what does it mean? We have more species, more prospects. So what are the prospects of blue economy in Bangladesh? There are some particular prospects in here, such as you can see marine fisheries and aquaculture. We know that there are a lot of fishes, lot of species in the ocean. In Bangladesh, you will see that there are also a lot of fishermen who go for fishing. Also, you will see a lot of coastal aquaculture activities. But these things are more and more getting popular, and we have more and more prospects. So now we can harness more and more species and plants and get the benefits of these things. So that's one point. The another is marine non-traditional species culture. There is something known as traditional species, like snails or something like that. We can say maybe we can now start um, fishing on squids or octopus, which are not actually traditionally known in Bangladesh. So new and new species, that's what I'm telling again and again. Like, I'm sure that you won't be finding squids much in Bangladesh or octopus much in Bangladesh. Now we are, but it doesn't mean that we will be just, catching them just like that. Definitely there will be some protective measures. Things will be like on smart fishing. Okay. Also, carbon sequestration. We can trap the carbon as we have got more and more area at the ocean. So we can trap the carbon and inject them in the deep sea water so that they can't be emitted to the environment, and thus we will be able to prevent climate change. There is a way which is known as carbon sequestration. Okay, and that's how we can reduce the impacts of climate change. Yeah. Yeah, in the deep ocean, so that they can be emitted. Yeah, and I mean, why can't we do it right now more comfortably? Because we have more and more area in our rights, so that's a big thing. That yeah, we can do it, but it's easier to do it in the ocean. Yeah. Okay. Then also say that oil, gas, and mining, mineral mining. If you think of gas fields in Bangladesh, do you know that all the gas fields in Bangladesh are basically situated in the Sylhet region? But there is also one gas field in Bangladesh which is at the ocean. It is known as Sanggu gas field, and only one offshore gas field we have, because we can also get oil and gas from the beneath the ocean. So as we have got more area, so now there are more prospects. So this is another big prospect things in Bangladesh as well. Besides that, ocean renewable energy. Bangladesh hasn't practiced this thing much. Yes, we don't have prospect of tidal and wave energy in Bangladesh, but we can think of something offshore solar, yeah, or offshore wind power plant. So that is also another point in here. Like the sea salt production, one point. Marine trade, shipping and transport. This is a very growing field in Bangladesh. If you look into Bangladesh shipping industry, it's very big one and very prospective. But unfortunately, it's most of the time it's done not in a friendly way. I mean, thinking of the environment. So this should be. I mean, there are more prospects, but it has to be environment friendly. That's another thing. Also, we can talk about marine tourism, marine education and research. If you think of the tourism in the Cox's Bazar, marine tourism, there are plenty of hotels right now. 50 years back, it wasn't much. So tourism industry should be, there should be growth in the tourism industry. But if you think of the current tourism activities at the Cox's Bazar, they are having severe adverse impacts on the environment. So sometimes these activities will cause severe environmental damage. But besides, there are also some eco resorts, beach resorts, which are environment friendly. So this kind of tourism activities are encouraged. Not that kind of which will have adverse impacts on the ocean or your beach. You got the point?
But the ecological resorts are like the practices are recent, like not like old. It's like new.
Yes, so it should be encouraged and practiced more and more.
But already there were
Yeah, big, but sometimes it's not practiced because it requires larger land. It requires more and more, but people will feel that if I construct a building, then it will give me more money. But that's not the way always, because this is not a smart tourism activity. This is not an ecotourism. So that's a prospective field, but it should be sustainable. It should be environment friendly. Also, we can say marine education and research. Very recently, Bangladesh government has opened an university particularly to research or study on ocean. Have you heard of it? Bangladesh Maritime or Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman Maritime University, Bangladesh. How old is this university? Few years? 5 years. Oh, right, something like that. Why has the government established this? That's the point. Because this is a prospective field. That's the main thing. So now, as there is more and more educational and research activities, so more people can be engaged, more people can be educated, more people can get jobs. So this is also a new thing which has been started in Bangladesh. And also finally, maritime surveillance and maritime monitoring, and you can see planning. So as now we have got new and new areas. So if you look into this, once again, this economic activities, exclusive economic zone, this has been divided into many blocks. Why? So that we can do better surveillance, we can do better monitoring, so that we can find new and new scopes and opportunities. So thus blue economy has opened a new era for Bangladesh. Bangladesh Navy has been working a lot in this sector, but I think that other people should be associated with this kind of activities as well. If we, as a normal citizen, go to somewhere, then I think that we should be also aware of this. I mean, if we go somewhere near the ocean, we should also be aware of this. If we go to the work on oceanic industry, we should also work on this thing, because this is not something specialized. This can be blessings for all. That's the point. Okay? Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry, please come again. Have we started? What kind of resources? I mean, we are searching. We are searching. It's not like that we have been able to set up new renewable energy plants or something like that. But now we have more area. We are searching, and it will take time, because it requires good researches. It requires good vessels. I mean, if you want to do research on the ocean, you need a research vessel, right? But currently we have research vessel only under Bangladesh Navy, but we need more and more researchers in this field. So that's what I am saying.
We need to encourage, like, for example, from UK, the citizens are getting paid for using renewable energy. So if the government of Bangladesh advertises like the blue economy can prosper, like
Yeah, that's the point. But you know that establishing a renewable energy plant at the land and establishing at the ocean is very different. They're very different. You need government association. This has to be government projects.
yes, this has to be government policy, but only the naval army are contributing to it. Like they encourage the citizens to.
Yes, definitely. We can encourage them in many ways. We can encourage them for smart fishing. We can encourage them in case of smart tourism, and in many ways.
It
Okay?
should be advertised like that, but many people do not know.
Do not know and are not aware, and that's why now you have the knowledge. So I'm requesting you to disseminate it. Okay? Okay, so thank you very much, guys. And I will see you on next Thursday. Your quiz 2 has been declared, the time of it. So I will see you. Have a great day. Thank you.